So this is Thornhill Summit Drive and Young Street. Starbucks. I want to get a latte. Use the washroom, so I might cave and go into Starbucks. No other nice flowers. There's no independent local coffee shops. This looks like a good restaurant. Okay. Too busy for me. We are not going in there now. There's an art show and sale across the street. Well, where does the village, I guess that's the village, that little bit. Okay. Huh. Too busy. They're busy because that's the only coffee shop that I see. That's a good thing. All right. So the signage here, Markham is more, the first university in New York region. Right. Yeah, maybe I'll just do my walk first and then go live. I gotta get a thumbnail. I think it's open. I don't know if I'm supposed to tap off or what, but I didn't. Bramley Go. So the founding of Thornhill. The founding of Thornhill. Settlement began here after the opening of Young Street in the mid 1790s and 1802. A grist mill and sawmill were operating on the Don River. The community developed slowly until 1829, when Benjamin Thorne built a large flour mill, tannery, and store. Within a year, the village also contained a post office named Thornhill, a church, school, and tavern. Thornhill's growth as a milling and agricultural center suffered after 1846, when the loss of British markets drove Thorn out of business. Further decline occurred when the Northern Railway bypassed the community in 1853. Recovering began with the flow of grain southward during the American Civil War. And by 1867, about 700 residents were recorded. From 1931 to 1971, Thornhill was an incorporated police village. Alright, let's continue on. It's cute. So here we are. Here's a hair salon. Here, variety store, shoe repair. Oh, there's an Apple authorized independent repair and service. Wonder if they have any protector screen. Okay, let me just find out. Oh, they do. Hello, how are you? I'm just visiting from downtown. My first time walking along here. I do YouTube, right? I'm walking, looking at the shops. I will do a live stream on my, I'm gonna be live after I do this walk. Are you guys okay if I come in with my live stream so I can show the shop? Because I do need a screen protector. But then I need it for this phone, and I'm gonna live stream from this one. Okay, I'll be back, but on my live stream. So I'll give you my card. I'm gonna leave you my card, okay? I'll be back. Unfortunately, I did not go back on the live stream. Didn't have enough time. So another time I will go back in there and take another look around. And this place. Alright. We got a nail shop here, nails bar. Chinese cuisine. All Chinese. The Chinese liquor experience. What is this place? Benjamin Moore Paints Denture Clinic. This is cute. Young and Colburn Street. Ukrainian Catholic Church. Oh, so the Ukrainian community out here. Mixed, anyway. This looks like a heritage. Oh, look at the streets. Accountant. But this looks like a heritage. I wonder. Oh, it is. Look at this. Young and Colbert Street. Landmarks of this historic corner. In the mid-19th century, Thornhill was a thriving mill village on the Don River with businesses and large homes on Yonge Street. And the more modest homes of the mill workers tradesmen or on the back streets. Cobra Street is one of the oldest residential streets in Old Thornhill. Established 1843 when Sutton Frizzle subdivided his property. The street was named for Sir John Colborne, Lieutenant Governor of Upper Canada from 1828 to 1836. This corner is of significant interest because 3 important historic sites were located here. I'm not going to carry on, but there's Dr. John Reed House. Yeah, anyway, so I'm not going to carry on. There's a lot to read. Oh, there's a Thornhill Hotel. You want to, I'll just hold the screen. You can pause and read this on your own. Looks. Cool. I want to go up to that sign and then Born to Golf. There's a Tim Hortons. Alright, now, do I do Tim Hortons? There's no independent, oh, there's a bakery, Danish bakery. I don't know if they have coffee. Might have to cave in and do Tim Hortons latte. Yeah, let's do that. Use the washroom. Okay, I'll be back on. All right, let's continue. Okay. Free massage with the catch. Oh. John Street. That's where I got off the bus. But Thornhill itself, it's pretty, it goes straight up to, I'll have to look at the map. I'll put that all when I'm editing. Just a small latte. At least I'm pre-recording this so I don't have to do any recording while I'm live streaming, like extra recording. Go. So the side that I'm walking along here is Markham's, Ontario, and on the other side is Vaughan, Ontario. So, coming up to the welcome sign, I guess. I'll take a picture of that for my thumbnail. So, looks like on this side that I'm walking is the main street with all the businesses. On the other side, it looks like there's less. There's a Jewish Russian community center, East Thornhill. And it says, "Thank you for visiting historic Thornhill Village." All right, so I need to put this down somewhere. Let's hope we can get a ledge. Okay, I'm gonna do something here. I'll be back on. All right. Now we're gonna cross on the other side. It says Thornhill, 1794. Just finishing up my donut. Good one. Got a dog store, so I will finish my latte, throw it out in the garbage. All right, let's continue our walk. So this is the village. Yeah, he was, yeah, whatever. This could be a part of my outtake, maybe. We got Old Jane Street. Where's the new Jane Street? I gotta take a picture of that to go with my Virgin Street. Okay. Thornhill Village has a street named Old Jane Street. Where is the new Jane Street? But bump. This is part of Thornhill Village. We got City of Vaughan. I guess is Vaughan on this side, and then on the other side is Markham, because my Google info says between Vaughan and Markham. What's this iconic building? All right. Old house here. 7714 Young Street. Wonder if there's attention. So, vegan Danish bakery. So I think that the village just stops over here. There's nothing more. So we got a vegan Danish bakery. Let's go over to the pub. I'm gonna walk back to the signage and then start my live over by the welcome sign. So this is Center Street and Young Street. On this side is Center Street. On the other side it's Thornhill Summit Drive. wait for the lights to change. Oh, we didn't go into Sachet Boutique. Sachet Boutique. It's still okay, let's have a look at Sachet Boutique. Alright, back on. Alright. Yeah, I went in, had a look. It's a nice collection, but it's quite the fancy occasions, like galas and red carpet kind of dresses. So I will never need something like that. So there's another heritage sign across the street. International Mason Swells Wagon Yard. Mason Cogswell, 1818 to 1893, operated a wagon yard at this corner. Whatever C, 1850. Wagon and barrel making were two main industries associated with the milling agricultural village. It was not uncommon to see wagons lined up past this point until after dark, waiting their turn at Thorn's mill in the valley to the north. Mason Cogswell is buried in the north. Take two. Thornhill Cemetery. Okay. With his wife and 6 children. Wow. 2 of whom died before their second birth, and 4 who died between the ages of 20 to 24, likely victims of the epidemics of cholera and smallpox that swept through the village. That worst being in the winter of 1874. I am not going to read the rest of it, but pause it and read it on your own. Okay, it says see other side, so let's go to the other side. Old Victoria Hall. Just north of this location, Victoria Hall was officially opened on Dominion Day in 1871. The hall was reputed to have excellent acoustics, hence musical concerts as well as political meetings and social events were held there. At least 2 prime ministers, Sir John A. Macdonald and Mackenzie King, spoke there. It was subsequently used as a Masonic temple and torn down in 1961. A skating rink built nearby in 1894 was taken down in 1905, and another built a year later at 6777 Center Street. It came down in 1936. Mineral water bottling plant. In the late 1880s, Thornhill gained publicity as a health spa because of the mineral waters that flowed from the various springs, especially on the south side of the John River Valley, west of Young and Hawthorne. Mineral Springs House was established by Dr. John Langstaff, just north of the valley. The surrounding grounds provided a pleasant setting for Sunday walks. Okay, I'm not gonna continue reading it on. You guys can read on. I'll hold it. Thornhill pub. That's pretty cool. 1883 old building here. All right, now I walk back to the signage and I'll go live. And we got a plane spotting. All right. Whew. Okay, made it back to the sign. I thought I was recording and it was not recording, but I guess I didn't really have to record. I walked back to the sign because we already did that. Alright, now I can start my live stream. I can't get a shot without my shadow in